Hello, how are you? Welcome to a series of computer lessons for the third grade of middle school. Today we learn Chapter 1 that talk about problem solving. In our practical life, we find many problems, the easy ones and the difficult ones. Let's find out what is the problem. Problem is a situation that requires a solution or an objective you want to achieve through following consecutive steps sequentially. Solving math problems. Design program on the computer. Prepare a meal. Problem solving is the steps, activities, and processes to be done to reach an output or objective. Stages of solving problem. Problem definition. Second, performing step-by-step instruction, algorithm, to solve a problem. Third, program design. Fourth, program testing. Fifth, program documentation. For example, building a building. The problem is a goal, and here building architecture represents the goal. I want to achieve the goal or build a building. We must follow several steps when an engineer builds a building. The first thing in building the building will be determined, which is its shape and specifications from the inside and outside. The first thing in his work is that I define the goal or the problem, which is the first stage of solving the problem, and this stage is where the outputs and inputs that I represent here are the outputs, which are building the architecture, and the inputs, which are the necessary tools for building architecture, such as cement and bricks and sand. The second step is to prepare the steps for the solution, and here we write or plan to build. The third step is the design stage, which is the engineering drawing for building the architecture. The fourth step is the engineering drawing test, and the fifth step is to document all errors during your design to avoid mistakes. This is an example as a prelude to today's lesson to what is the problem and the steps to solve the problem in order to design the program. Design program is similar to building architecture. First, problem definition. Problem definition implies the identification of required outputs, available inputs, and arithmetic and logical operations to be executed. Required output, input, arithmetic and logical operation. Second, performing steps-by-step instruction, algorithm, to solve a problem. Flowchart. It is a diagram that uses standard graphical symbols to illustrate the sequence of steps required for solving a problem or a specific question. Third, program design. Having drawn a flowchart to solve the problem, using a computer, we have to translate this flowchart into one of the programming languages. Fourth, program testing. We check the errors and correct the errors. Fifth, program documentation. Last, modification of the program and people who contribute to the program development process. This is done to have the program documented to go back for feedback and correction. Here are some of the most commonly used symbols as shown in table. Advantage of flowchart. Of facilitating the reading and understanding of the problem and illustrating to the programmer what must be done. Useful to explain the program to others. Helping in documenting the program in better manner, especially if the program is complicated. Thank you for listening to the lesson. And in the next lesson, we will learn about the types of flowcharts in detail.